We took the ball away 4 times and scored, on short fields via those takeaways. And I think that was the story of the game. Our guys had the right mindset, absolutely wanted to go in there and do something we hadn't done in anybody's time since we'd been here, and had keep talking about how tough those losses were, and so we really wanted to achieve that, and we did it by taking the ball away and then scoring.
Coach, I noticed towards the end of the game, you guys really kept your foot on the gas in the sense of playing hard, but also getting on and off the field, running on and off the field. I'm sure it happens every game, but I just seem to notice it more in this one. Was there an emphasis on really finishing a game strong, playing a full 60 minutes more so than usual?
Not really. No, I mean, we didn't emphasize that anymore. We had leads the previous 3 years. In 2016, we were up 21-0 at half. They came back 2 years ago. We were up 14 with 10 or 11 minutes left, and they'd come back. I don't know that we emphasized that, or if our guys were thinking about that or not. Yeah.
Did this feel like your most complete game of the season?
Yes, in terms of the 3 phases and from start to finish, I think so. Yep.
Ty Eddington got hurt during the game. They put a cast on his hand. He went back out there. Can you talk a little bit about him and what he gave you Tuesday night?
Yeah, he was a difference maker. He really was. I asked Coach Needham about him after the game, and he's a good player. And the way that we play our defense on the inside, we have to have guys who can hold a point and hold a gap, and he can do that. And he made a difference. And so yeah, he got banged up a little bit, but wrapped it up and kept playing, and he made a difference.
Mike Glass continues to just play excellent football, had another great game. Can you speak a little bit about the consistency and how good he's been at protecting the football?
Yeah, so I think it was Ball State, sort of the same formula, vice versa, right? We turned the ball over 4 times and we lost that game. But we've done a pretty good job of taking care of the ball since that time. He's playing well. I think at the last Tuesday night games in the weather and all of that, he's 40 of 49, which is pretty darn good. He's very comfortable, with the system. Tons of confidence in the protection that he's getting, and then to whichever receiver he's throwing the ball to. And I think when you talk about his game too, it's just again keeping people honest and hurting them in the run game. So he's really been the complete package.
Can you talk a little bit about Hoying? He had 2 interceptions in the game. First time a player's had 2 picks in a game since 2016. He's been a steady force for your defense all season, but another great game for him.
Oh yeah, couple of huge plays. Afterwards, joked a little bit about the fact that he gave the ball back, and he smiled. He was a quarterback at Coldwater there in Ohio and won multiple state championships, and he said, you stop using it, you lose it, not having carried the ball, on offense in a while. But great plays. He's just, again, I've always just used the word winner for him. He knows where to be, how to be there, and then what to do when he's there. And 2 major plays by him, but at the same time, just not surprising.
You've now beaten every team in the MAC in your career here at Eastern Michigan. What does that mean to you as a head coach? Well,
it means it took a long time. Most people, it doesn't take 6 seasons.
Right.
I guess the tortoise and the hare.
Most people aren't trying to turn a program around that's been down for decades.
Yeah. Well, we're glad that we beat NIU. There's no doubt.
By your own admission, this team has had issues during the season handling success. This team is as on the radar as it's probably ever been since the Illinois win. Back-to-back wins, you're bowl eligible. How do you avoid the pitfalls of success heading into the Kent State game?
That's a really good question. And I'm not in the minds of every single one of our guys right now and whatnot, but it doesn't feel like success right now. And I think that's relevant. If it, like we just asked me was this our best game and whatnot, and it was, but I think maybe it's because we've experienced so much of the season so far. I don't know that our guys do. It's a good question for Vince, that we feel successful right now. We're still chasing something that we know has not happened yet. And so I think that's relevant. If we're feeling successful right now, then, honestly, that's going to be a problem.
Coach, this will be the last time this senior class takes the field at Rynearson. I know this is a special senior class for you. These guys don't know football without you. What does this senior class in this final home game mean to you and them?
Yeah, I mean, I try not to think about that a ton before the game, but you do. It's going to be hard to see these guys go. You end up spending a ton of time together. You end up, sharing this passion of football, and then here with this group, it's not just the passion of football and spending time together. You really feel as though you're on a mission, that you sort of alluded to earlier, that, of trying to do something that, a lot of people a long time ago and all that just didn't think that, we could do. And so, the bonds are deep. And, we've endured, tough times, hard times, gut-wrenching times, and we've endured some really high highs. Just want these guys to play their hearts out, to lead really, really well, and enjoy every minute.
Last question for me. Now you kind of have a gap here. It's not a normal prep week. You get a little extra time. How will you handle this time?
Yeah, I mean, I told the team that in some ways I wish it wasn't a 10-day, turnaround. I wish it was a 7-day week, because I do feel as though we have, I don't know if momentum's the right word, but we're just in a good groove. I think, like I said, our minds are right. We're not too high or too low, and we know who we are right now, and we know what we're going after. But again, the first thing I think about, here we are, and getting to the back end of November, is it's perfect for these guys academically. School is going on, and finals are coming up quickly, and so we want our guys to be doing well, and having an extra couple days, obviously that helps. We're relatively healthy, but it never hurts to get some rest, and to treat the bumps and bruises. And then we've got extra time to prepare. And so all of those things are good.
Thank you, Coach.
Charles? Yeah. So back-to-back games, you guys just scored 40 and allowed less than 20. Can you talk about offense and defense and just what you've seen from your team?
Yeah, I'll start defensively. You mentioned the Akron game as well. We bent but didn't break. Got the offense the ball back in that game as well. And then, in this game, got the takeaway right away, backed him up, and then got the ball back again. It's just complimentary football. Our defense is playing better, and offensively that's allowed us to play better. And then we've had special teams haven't been perfect, but we still feel really good about our special teams units and the ability to change and take over games. So yeah, it's been a good couple weeks, but I really feel as though it's been done together.
And then this program hasn't won more than 7 games since 1987, I think. Can you just talk about, if you were to beat Kent State and then win the bowl game, what it would mean for you and your team and the program as a whole?
No, I cannot. I can not forecast that far into the future. We have a huge task in front of us.
And can you speak about what a win would mean against Penn State then, and just ending the regular season on a 3-game winning streak?
Yeah, I mean, again, we're it's the seniors' last home game. It's the last regular season game. You know, we've played better these last couple of weeks. We're playing a very good opponent who has a lot to play for, and so, I mean, any time, I think if you follow the MAC at all, especially this year, you know, winning is really hard. Really hard. And so what will it mean? It will mean if we're able to do that, that we accomplish something that's really hard. And with that, you know, that's going to buy, you know, this football family more time together. And that, you know, you can talk about the bowl game, if you know, all that, but it's, I mean, one of the things is just, you know, it's our football family of 2019 will get to stay together longer. And that may or may not seem like a motivator, you know, to the outside, but I guarantee you that's a motivator for all of us on the inside.
And then ever since Shaq came back, it seems like the running game has been a lot better. Can you talk about what he means to the running game and then the running back group as a whole?
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, a lot more, you know, than one person more than Shaq. He'd be the first one to tell you that. But, you know, there's a reason why he's our starter. You know, there's a reason why he's a 3-time captain. You know, and the offensive line, the tight ends, you know, are making that happen. But then I think, you know, when you've got a back that's producing, you know, the back can help the O-line and the tight ends as well. You know, I think our passing game has complemented our running game well. You know, it's harder to just stack the box when we got weapons on the outside and a guy that can get it to them. So, you know, that part's come together for us well, but Shaq sure is playing well.
All right, excellent.
Yep.
Before we bring Vince up, just thoughts on him. I know he's been here once before, but a guy that's going to finish top 10 in his career in tackles and every one of those accolades. When you're going through the recruiting process and bringing him in, did you envision what he's the player he's become?
Well, you know, it's hard to say yes, you know, on every guy, but I'll tell you that, you know, we recruited Vince for a long time, and Coach Frakes, he was his number one guy from the beginning, from his junior year, and went through the entire process. And so we were high-fiving and hugging, you know, when Vince said, I'm going to be an Eastern Michigan Eagle, no doubt. And then when you do go back to that time, I mean, so that his spring of his senior year, you know, was when the HBO story came out, and we were 3-21, and all of that. So that's what he walked into. And then 4 months later, he's starting, you know, and playing down in the Bahamas and getting an interception and being a part of all that. And so, to me, Vince is one of those guys who represents coming at a really tough time, but he didn't really endure, you know, 14 or 15, you know, but so it's been great because he still knows what it felt like when he came in, but then so for him, you know, I've gone to bowl games in 2 out of the 3 years, you know, he doesn't really know anything but, you know, some of the success that we've had. He's been an awesome team captain. Everyone respects him. You know, he leads by actions, but when necessary, he's not afraid to use words, and everyone listens. He's played really, really well, you know, this season, and super proud of him.
Anything else for Coach? Vince?
You know.
I'll open it up with, I saw on social media, I think it was either last night or this morning, just your post, you have a post about playing that last time with Jalen and thinking about the emotions heading up to this week. How do you think you're going to handle this kind of week ahead, knowing it's kind of your last time inside the stadium for a game?
I mean, it's going to be crazy, you know. I came with a special group of guys, and just being that's my last game with them, like we're gonna give it our all. We gotta send everybody out right.
Vince, you're going to walk out of here with your start against Kent State as the all-time leader in games started at this university. What does that mean to you?
I honestly didn't even know that, but I mean, it means a lot. I mean, I came in, set goals, and I accomplished a lot of them. I'm not done yet, so.
What does it mean to you and the other seniors, the legacy, if you will, that you guys are leaving behind, what you guys have been able to do in the past 4 years at this university, the team becoming bowl eligible in back-to-back seasons for the first time ever?
It will mean everything. I mean, like I said, I came in with a special group of guys. We all set goals to change the program, change the perception of the team, and I feel like we've done that here so far, but we're not done yet. We gotta complete our goal, and that's go to and win a bowl game.
I talked to Corey Hernandez a week ago, and he mentioned you as one of the guys that really kind of took him under wing, taught him really how to watch film, what to look for, what to break down. When you got here, who was that guy for you?
It was Jason Beck and Justin Moody. Them guys took me under their wing early. Like, as soon as I came in, this first week, I'm watching film from 2015, and them guys just taught me how to do it, so I felt like I had to do it for all the younger guys in my position group, like they did for me.
You guys have really strung some dominant defensive performances together the last couple of weeks. What's it going to take to keep that going against Kent State?
We got to keep taking the ball away and stopping the run. That's our main thing, stop the run and take the ball away, so that's what we got to keep doing.
Does it feel like the 4 years has flown by?
Oh, it went so fast, man. It's unbelievable.
Is there any advice senior Calhoun would give freshman Calhoun at this point?
Take advantage of every opportunity you have, just like I tell the young guys now, time flies, and you don't want to be that guy who say, I still got this much time left and everything, because it's not always promised. You got to do everything now.
Thank you, Vince.
Yeah, so you guys, in the last 2 weeks, you guys had 5 turnovers, offense has just turned over once. Can you talk about what the defense has done to make big plays and how you can continue that against Kent?
We honestly haven't done anything different. We just been money lately. We've been trying to take the ball away. That's our main goal. We focus on that and practice a lot. So we haven't done anything different, honestly. We're going to keep doing the same thing.
Yeah. And then is there just one moment or a couple moments from your career that really stick out in your mind that mean the most to you?
Honestly, playing in the Bahamas, my first bowl game, first season, and I got an interception that game. That's like the biggest moment of my career, honestly.
And then if you could just sum up your whole career in a few words or a few sentences, what would it be?
I honestly don't know how I could right now. Don't know how I could sum that up.
All right, thank you.
Vince, one last question too, and I'd ask Coach about this. This team handling success. You guys have a chance to do something big in this final game and really end the season on a high note. How do you guys make sure you don't fall into the pitfalls of that success or start believing the headlines, if you will?
That's the thing that's different about this team right now. We don't feel like we've met success yet. Our guys are not satisfied with just being 6-6. We're bowl eligible, but that doesn't mean we're going to a bowl game.
Right.
We feel like we got to win 7 games, so that's what we're going to have to do to feel like we're successful.